So essentially what Academia.edu is, it's all about collaboration. It allows its users to post documents online related to their field, so whether that be marketing, biohealth, pharmaceuticals, or authors. And these posts can be anything from questions, blog posts, news articles, research documents, or journals. Job postings are also available on this site as well, and that's where the business comes in. It was used for academic institutes in the States for professors to connect with their students on a more personal level. Because as most of you guys know, in a big university, it's hard to connect one-to-one with your professor. But since then, it's grown to incorporate industry professionals as well, allowing for industry professionals like researchers, CEOs, and hiring managers to get on and share their opinion. Companies are on there looking for the student or the industry professional that best represents their company. Companies are also on Academia researching the new trending topics. They want to see what people are saying about their industry, and they also want to find out more about what the academics are saying about their company. So it's like that Twitter example where Cineplex, someone from Cineplex was on and they started saying a whole bunch of bad stuff about Cineplex and how they work there. So someone could just as easily come on here and make up a fake document on how McDonald's beef isn't all 100% real beef. And it's easy to just say something and have someone believe it.
Quora is a continually improving collection of questions and answers, edited and organized for people who use it. So the most important thing about Quora is each question has to become the most popular page for whatever the answer is. People follow topics, and because they follow it, they actually follow and wait for people to write specific things. So because of this, because they're actually waiting for specific answers, it's called a term they're starting to coin called inverse blogging, which is the reverse, right? They're waiting for people to post so they can post right back right away, which is an interesting concept. And the good part about Quora is that answers are related based on who answers them, right? So the more reputable you are, the higher up your answer is on the list. So like if the CEO answers a question, they're going to be higher up than someone, say me, who answers a question. This is a great chance for positive reviews and free advertisements. People can add whatever they want, just like Wikipedia. As long as you have an account, you can post on Quora. So information isn't always proven factual. You don't always know who's posting the content. There's no app as well, which makes it really difficult for people to continue to use this program. And as well, profiles have been proven fake by people, so sometimes the information you find isn't always credible. As far as businesses, people can ask questions about what they want about Quora. So if you own a business and you accidentally release a product that you didn't mean to, or it has a mistake that you don't want people to find out about, as we talk about in class, once something hits the internet, it can go viral easily, and it's out of your control. As well, there's no filter, so if something goes out or someone makes a comment about your product that you don't want, then next thing you know, people have the free will to talk about it. Quora, within a year, has only been up since June 2009, and since then it's grown to almost 1.4 million people. So it's a continually growing community. The only way Quora works is by more people asking questions and even more people answering the questions. That way it become more reputable and become more popular.
SlideShare was founded in 2006, and since then it has become the largest community for sharing presentations online. You can embed YouTube videos into this, embed your slideshows into your own blog or website, sync audio into your slides, and market your own events on SlideShare, as well as join groups for specific interests so you can meet people and start your own community on SlideShare. SlideShare is used by a lot of different organizations, including educational institutions such as the University of Texas and University of Illinois, and it was recently voted among the world's top 10 tools for e-learning and education. It's also used by government agencies. It's the official slide thing of the White House and NASA, and businesses such as Bell, RIM, and Ogilvy also use SlideShare. Its main target market is for businesses. It's focused on the business customer. It provides a business environment, and it allows for the sharing of ideas, collecting research, connecting with others, and generating leads for businesses. And it also provides easy links to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Some of the pros for SlideShare are you can view and upload slides immediately, and there's settings for either public or private viewing for it. It supports not only PowerPoint, but other documents, PDFs, videos, and webinars. And as I mentioned, there are simple links to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and other social media platforms. Of course, with any SMM, there are going to be some cons, although not many were documented. One thing I found is that the perma URLs were not controllable or editable, which some people had a problem with, but I didn't really understand the big deal. There's also occasional downtimes with the converter, which I witnessed in the overflow lab this morning with people having difficulty uploading their things onto SlideShare. SlideShare has really revolutionized the way that we share ideas, the way that people show their presentations and exchange these ideas and have discussions with others. It's growing every day, and getting involved really allows people of all industries and interests to expand their informational, social, and technological horizons.
If it's less real, then it loses its viral potential, and that's exactly what's been said. So I'm personally am sort of a Wild West internet conservative, and that I think that people should be able to post whatever they want, but in comparison to that, the ethical side of marketing and advertising just hasn't flown into internet quite yet. So there's going to be a level at a time where that have to be considered a lot more than right now. But given that the objectives of the campaign were to get butts in the seats, as Lindsay said before, then they did a fairly good job. But then there's one other consideration after that, in that there was this awesome build-up to the movie, and then generally there was a big disappointment with the film. So maybe there would have been something that they could have more strategically designed and planned to knowing that the level, like the quality of the film and how people weren't expecting it to be handheld and everything. There could have been some more cohesiveness that came with that plan. Exactly. I mean, the objectives were met, and I still personally think that people should be able to post whatever they want without having to really worry about what people think. But they are a large corporation, and they are strategically advertising their movies, so levels of ethics have to be considered as well.
I'd like to poke at the fact that if you watch that video and in any way believe that it was real, even though that there was a tentacle, and you started to do your research and were worried that your family is on an oil rig, so it's an issue, the company of the oil rig was fake. It was called Targudo. It was a Japanese company, so even if you saw it in any other language and started to research it, it's Japanese, it's fake. No one actually works for a company even with a similar name, so no one would have had the ability to connect it to their family being dead, because they would have hopefully known that their family doesn't work for this, fake company. At the same point, the company of Cloverfield, J.J. Abrams, did create a very real campaign online that was just perfect for anyone who is a conspiracy believer. Because when you did start to research, they made a corporate website for the oil rig company. They made a website for Taido, the eco-terrorist company, and they made a website for the Slusho company that was mentioned multiple times in any of the follow-up interviews. So they did create an online world that was extremely real to someone that might have any type of skewed view on reality. If you weren't taking this perfectly serious and you couldn't perfectly say that this is all fake, you could get brought into this world where a deep-sea gigantic monster attacked an oil rig. They made everything. They have a Wikipedia page about this monster. They have everything. It's not just the viral news video that was messing with people. It was the fact that there was corporate websites, and there was Wikipedia information, and there was outside news articles about the entire instance, where when you go on the website for the Targudo company, they have corporate picnics, and they have events, and they have news events in Japan. They're constantly talking about all the stuff that would be real on a corporate website, and their very last entry is talking about all of these people who are missing. They're like, no one has been reported dead, but all of these people are missing. And once you research these people, they all have MySpace accounts, and the last day that they signed in to the MySpace account was the day reported as the oil rig incident. And they made this community that people can get pulled into so easily just by being a gamer. You get pulled in, you wouldn't necessarily believe it was real, but part of you would want to believe it. And you just keep going. And the fact that they made it so authentic, it was effective, because they have this cult following now of gamers and conspiracy theorists and people with just that slight warp of reality